Okay, this story involves, let me think, it involves a panther, a couple of parrots, and a snake. And it starts in Guayaquil, Ecuador. We're alongside the dock, and behind us is about 15 fishing boats, American fishing boats that were captured. They were fishing within the 600-mile range off of Ecuador, which Ecuador was screaming that's their fishing grounds. So they captured them, brought them in, tied them up. And they're under lock and key. Everybody's been flown home. And then in front of us is the hospital ship Hope, which is a ship where we had, at the time we had all these doctors and nurses going on the ship, and they'd go around the world and they would repair people, you know, fix the cleft lip and whatever, you know, make their eyes straight. A lot of minor surgery. It was a wonderful operation. But anyhow, I'm ashore and I'm looking at this guy who wants to sell me this little black panther, little baby panther, this little guy. And he's going, yeah, this thing's tame, you know, it's almost tame. And you could see, every time the panther moved, you could see, you know, muscles just rippling, you know, and holy shit, this is really great. So my idea, and it was calm, you know, it was like nothing wrong with it. I didn't know at the time it was doped up. So I buy the panther for 35 bucks. I take it back to the ship and I stick it in the paint locker. This is Santa Juana was the name of the ship, Grace Line. So I stick it in the paint locker and go to sleep. The next day I get up and there's a big commotion out back after the house where the paint locker is. So I walk out there with my coffee cup and here's this guy. He's all excited. He says, there's something in there. I put some birds in there last night and there's something in there killing my birds. It's my birds. And he's going nuts. So I was like, oh shit, I'm not going to say anything. So he grabs a pipe, he opens the door, he goes in, and then you hear all the screaming. And this guy goes, and standing next to me, goes, what the hell's in there? I said, oh, about this panther. He says, holy shit. So anyhow, he's in there, and so he wins, he beats the panther up, kills it, sends it out the door, you know, opens up the door, and boom, the panther hits the deck, and automatically, in situations like that, it gets thrown over the side immediately. And so he comes out, and he is shredded. I mean, this panther must have got him 5 times down the face. I don't know. Anyhow, he was all messed up. So they had to fly him home. And of course, he found out that I was the guy that bought the panther. So he's really pissed at me. He said, I'll get you. I'll get you. And I said, oh, shit. So anyhow, they fly him home. I don't see this guy anymore. And he had a bunch of dead birds, you know. So then from that point on, Graceline put out across the board, no pets, no animals, you know, allowed on the ship. So that was the end of that. So now it's about 5 years later, I'm in Okinawa in the Kokosai bar, and I'm having a drink, and it's during the Vietnam War, and so we got all these Navy guys and Marines in the bar, Army guys, and then I'm sitting off to the side. They're all sitting out on the floor with tables, like tea tables, tables for 2, a girl and a guy, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sitting at this 6 or 7 person bar, and next to me is a bunch of Navy guys. So they find out that I'm a merchant seaman because I don't look Navy. And so oh, you got to buy us a drink then because you're making all this money. And I'm going, oh boy, here we go. I got to get out of here. These guys are going to eventually want me to pay for everything and then beat me up. So I knew this was coming. So I said, okay. So I'm buying them drinks and they're getting happy. And I'm looking at the exit for the door. And this girl's out on the floor and she's doing the hoochie coochie. And she's got a snake on and she's got... In those days, it was a bikini. They wore a bikini. So, anyhow, she's doing this thing with the bikini and the snake bouncing around. She was a Filipino. So, I'm thinking, okay, it's time for me to go, but how do I get out of here? So, the guy comes through the door, and he's got these scratches on his face, and he sees me. And, you know, but you could tell this guy was shredded, you know. And he's like, sees me and he goes straight for me. He's running, knocking over tables, bumping into guys. He's trying to get to me. And so holy shit, man, I can't stop this guy. So I jump up, go over, and now I'm on the blind side of this gal dancing with the snake. I grab the snake and I throw the snake a couple of times in the air and then throw it in the audience. Well, it busts up the whole place. Everybody's all, you know, falling down, guys are laughing, other guys are, you know, girls are screaming, and it's a really funny thing, and this guy can't get to me now because there's all this mess in the way, and I go out the side door, Now the next thing you know, I'm running up Highway 1, which is going back to the docks, and I ran all the way back to the docks. There was 3 guys were chasing me, and then 2, and then 1, and then I'm thinking, well, I could stop and beat this guy up, but then I said, no, I better not. So, because I don't know if I could beat him up or not anyhow. So then I just outrun the guy, run back to the ship, get on the ship, and of course, stay there forever.